This is called DBAC. When we were little boys, younger than 3, our mother would sing us a lullaby, a slumberous solemn philosophy, and closing our eyes, we'd drift with a sigh into the forest of Nod by and by, where a chorus of toys gathered around and joined with a most melodious sound. Be seen and not heard, but don't be a cunt. To adults and betters listen, take heed. When spoken to, speak with never a grunt. Don't grab all the things you want but don't need. Try on occasion to do a good deed. And when you're queuing, no pushing in front. Remember your manners, don't be a cunt. We brothers were schooled in different ways. I, due to failing the 11 plus, was secondarily taught in good maze, arriving each day by not the same bus as he, the more scholarly one of us, and a pupil of a school in Gants Hill, a grammar whose name I'll not here reveal. School names aside, upon reaching 16, we took the first steps on our long careers. I'd soon be working on a machine whilst he'd be banking, and over the years our father's sage words would ring in our ears, worldly advice to be held in good stead on the path of life. And here's what he said: be honest, work hard, and don't be a cunt. By passing the buck to hide a mistake while shying away from bearing the brunt. Be seen to be keen and don't ever break the company rules, or else you might make an easy target upon a witch hunt by sticking your neck out. Don't be a cunt. All this and much more we twin siblings heard from father before our first day at work. His pearls, punctuated by the C word, were as flying tips to a fledgling bird. The novice machinist and young bank clerk, founts of new knowledge with no wisdom spared, entered their workstations amply prepared. And all too soon I reluctantly found some of the things father said, to be sure, were not especially helpful or sound. More than a couple I chose to ignore. Mistakes I hid, and the rule book I saw as something to flout more often than not, though hard work at first I gave a fair shot. And over the years I learned many ways to foil directors and bosses inclined to lessen our rights and lengthen our days with company shares and profits in mind, though little reward for our daily grind. And when the time came, life lessons I passed down to my children without being asked. Be thoughtful and kind, but don't be a cunt. Engage with your noddle before you speak, and if I abruptly respond with a grunt, it's likely because I've had a bad week. Work can be sometimes decidedly bleak, a total pain in the arse to be blunt. Feel free to say to me, don't be a cunt. And on the subject of don't be a cunt, beware of the likes of Trump and Farage. They are, to your intellect, an affront, embraced by the presently far too large and willfully ignorant entourage of a populist publicity stunt funded by billionaires. Don't be a cunt. And whether or not they bore it in mind, my kids are successful, thoughtful and kind.